And for 17 months and counting, the pandemic has put a spotlight on the issues of affordable housing and homelessness in our state.
Now, a sizable chunk of money from the American Rescue Plan Act is going to Maine agencies to help address these problems. News Center Maine's Chloe Thibault joins us live from the Maine State Housing Authority in Augusta with the details. Hi, Chloe.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, last month, Governor Janet Mills signed a bill into law that will give $50 million in American Rescue Act funds to the Maine State Housing Authority. Now, that money will be used to help build more affordable housing options and address homelessness in our state. It's an initiative that will impact both rural and urban communities, a hopeful prospect to those involved.
We can really make some generational changes with deploying this money, so we're excited about it.
Dan Brennan at the Maine State Housing Authority says $50 million the agency is receiving in American Rescue Plan Act funds could make a big difference. He says in some ways it's a silver lining of the pandemic.
For years and years, the housing sector has felt like, okay, it's really important, we're over here and nobody's paying attention to us. That has changed so dramatically.
Brennan says the planning process for this money is still underway, but the hope is to address both affordable housing and homelessness issues in all parts of Maine. It's something Representative Laura Supika of Bangor is excited about.
The better that the surrounding areas do, the better that the service centers do.
Supika is talking about urban service centers like Bangor and Portland, which can sometimes be overwhelmed by the amount of traffic they receive.
We are certainly seeing a lot of folks coming from more rural areas as well as out of state.
This past year and counting, numbers have increased.
We're really struggling under the weight of the amount of homelessness that we're seeing and trying to address and trying to help people.
People like 19-year-old Blue Hellwig, who says they've been homeless for about 3 years after leaving an abusive household.
So I have a car, so I can live in my car, and I couch surf.
Hellwig says finding a job or housing has been tough.
Because of my strained housing situation, my work experience and my resume is garbage. So whatever job I can get, I can't pay for an apartment by myself.
The pandemic, a reminder it can happen to anyone.
It has shown how close so many people are to the edge of homelessness.
The hope is this money will kickstart lasting change everywhere.
It's going to help all the people in those rural areas that desperately need it, and it will help people in these urban areas that need it too.
Now, Dan Brennan with the Maine State Housing Authority says this funding officially becomes available 90 days after the bill was signed into law, so around mid-October. And he says that means that more specific plans about how this money will be used should be made more clear within the coming months. Live in Augusta this morning, Chloe Thibault, News Center, Maine.